Hey everybody, today I'd love to talk with you for just a bit about fashion and style. When I was young, I thought that I was going to be a fashion person. I loved the phrase fashion coordinator. I didn't quite know what that meant, but it sounded like something that it would be good to be. I actually went to fashion school in London, right out of high school. It was wonderful, but I hadn't realized that the school I picked was really for design. My IQ ends at my wrist, so the idea of sketching or sewing was way beyond me. But it was wonderful to be around all that beauty, the fabrics, the colors, things like what happens when something is cut on the bias. You know, it's not going to save the world, but it sure is a lot of fun. And what I find in my life today is that my clothing choices can actually help save the world a little bit too. So the things for me that make up my personal style today, it's threefold. One is it has to look like me. Just like your clothes and the way you present yourself have to look like you. There's so much cookie cutterdom going on in the world. So many of the same corporate stores, one after another, in every mall in America and around the world. So when you can seek out something kind of special, something kind of different, a little tiny shop, maybe make something yourself, add something yourself, it's so special. The second thing that's important for me, and really first in importance, and that is that everything I wear is vegan. So technically that means that it doesn't have any animal products. So we're talking fur, obviously, leather, suede, silk. Yeah, they boil those little silkworms. Do they have to do that? Not for me to have something silky to wear, because there are plenty of wonderful alternatives. I also don't wear wool. A lot of people think, oh, wool, that's just like giving the sheep a haircut. No, actually not. If you go to the PETA site and look up wool, you'll see what really goes on. I personally prefer to skip it, and down as well, in winter coats and sleeping bags and quilts and that sort of thing. But there are wonderful alternatives. There's a shoe store in New York City and also in LA called Moo Shoes that has a whole array of shoes and belts and bags. Everything wonderful, and they're online too, so people from all over the world can order from there. And for me these days, I've expanded the meaning of vegan in terms of clothing to also include clothing that's made in countries that we know have decent human rights practices in terms of the workers. I don't want to go out into the world trying to look my best and knowing that that exploited anybody of any species. The third part of style for me is to really honor what went before. I personally happen to love vintage, thus the hat. Do you like it? This is a 1920s vintage straw cloche that is so much fun to wear. I always get compliments, and it just makes me feel like I'm a little bit of living history. I actually talk about vintage in my book, Younger by the Day. Younger by the Day is a day book, so you get a little snippet of advice, a suggestion, a little information for every day of the year. And the December 4th suggestion is called the Vintage Paradox, because it seems to me that when the clothes you wear are old, they can actually help you look young, because there's so much style, so much detailing. When you see a vintage dress, it's as beautiful from the back as from the front. And then people are noticing who you are and how you carry yourself, and not what your driver's license has to say about the day that you were born. So enjoy yourself, enjoy your style, enjoy being kind and fashionable and fun. Have a really great day, and thanks for stopping by.